Our next story comes from the smallest country in the world, the Vatican. Pope Francis is currently hospitalized. He's suffering from double pneumonia. Since the hospitalization, his health has deteriorated drastically. Even the Pope thinks that he may not make it. So he's mulling a drastic move, a resignation. Although he won't be the first pontiff to do this, the first one to resign. But who will replace him? That is the big question. Meanwhile, the Vatican is already preparing for the worst-case scenario. There are rehearsals underway for a papal funeral. Our next report brings you all the details.
This is the world's smallest army, the Vatican Swiss Guards. They have one sole mission: to protect the Pope. But this week, these guards are secretly rehearsing for something else: a funeral. Pope Francis is in the hospital. The pontiff is 88 years old. He was suffering from bronchitis. Since then, he's developed pneumonia. He also has a respiratory infection, so the Vatican is worried. Reports suggest the Swiss Guard is rehearsing and preparing for a papal funeral. Why? Because even the Pope thinks he may not make it, that he will not survive this hospital visit. So clearly, the Vatican is preparing for the worst-case scenario. However, that hasn't stopped their work. Business goes on as usual, and for now, the Pope is taking decisions and calls. But he's also floated another idea: resignation. He could quit if he is impaired. Now, this wouldn't be a first. Popes have resigned in the past. In recent centuries, only one pontiff has done it. It is Pope Benedict XVI. He stepped down in 2013 due to concerns about his health. He was the first Holy See to resign in 600 years. It paved the way for Pope Francis's election. Pope Francis, in fact, already wrote a resignation letter. It was in 2013, shortly after he was chosen. He was worried about his health then. His concerns remain the same. Now a pope has to resign via a letter. It's submitted to the College of Cardinals. However, there's no need for approvals. Under the canon law, it should be done by free will. If they fear any fraud, the resignation can be rejected. Which brings us to the process of selecting a new pope.